Number 5, fainting. So if someone faints, their ablution is invalidated. Number 6, insanity. Insanity meaning that the person becomes totally insane. If they become totally insane, then the ablution would be invalidated. Number 7, intoxication. How do we define intoxication? The definition of intoxication would be one of 3 things. If the person takes the intoxicant and is unable to differentiate between things. Number 2, if he takes the intoxicant and he becomes numb, meaning his body becomes numb, he's unable to feel things. Or number 3, if he takes the intoxicant and his speech starts to slur, he speaks with slurred speech. In all 3 cases, if any one of these 3 things occur, then the person is in a state of intoxication. And the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Kullu muskirin haramun." Every intoxicant is haram, is prohibited. So, intoxicants which people smoke, weed, or any other intoxicant would fall under the same legal ruling as alcohol, meaning the intoxication is haram. Number 8, and loud laughter audible to others from someone pubescent and awake during a prayer consisting of bowing and prostrating. Meaning, if an adult, and that would be anyone who has passed the age of puberty, laughs out aloud during the prayer, which prayer? That prayer which consists of ruku', bowing, and sujood, prostration. In that case, the prayer would be invalid and the ablution would also be invalidated. The question is, which prayer is the prayer without ruku' and sujood, bowing and prostrating? Salatul Janaza. So if in al-Janaza, funeral prayer, a person laughs out aloud, the prayer will be broken, but the wudu will not be broken. And if children under the age of 15 or under the age of puberty laugh out aloud in prayer, their prayer would be invalidated, but their wudu, ablution, would not be invalidated. So people who teach children in masajid, if the children laugh out aloud, which happens a lot in the masajid, then they do not have to renew their ablution. Otherwise the teachers would be sending every child to renew their ablution. The obligatory acts of ablution. So, prior to that, he has a passage, وَطَهَارَتُهُ بِالْوُضُوءِ بِالْمَاءِ الْمُطْلَقِ عِنْدَ وُجُودِهِ وَالتَّيَمُّمِ عِنْدَ فَقْدِهِ. The purification from the lesser impurity is by performing ablution with absolute water when present, and by dry ablution, tayammum when absent. Meaning, when you have water, which water is absolute water? Absolute water is any water which has not changed its characteristics. So water from the rain, if you get snow and melt snow, water from a river, water from a spring, this is absolute water. So performing ablution would remove ritual impurity. Also, in the absence of absolute water, then the person performs dry ablution, which is known as tayammum. Are there any questions before we move on? The question is, if someone laughs out aloud outside of the prayer, will the ablution be invalidated? The answer is no. The invalidation of the ablution is only in those prayers, while praying, those prayers which have bowing and prostration. It is limited to that.